do. Go to the Nuggets, sign a one-day contract, and retire with the Nuggets.
You don't think
go back to where it started and retire with the team that drafted you and brought you in.
Okay. Interesting.
That's what I would do.
Gotcha.
That's what I was hoping. I was hoping the Nuggets would bring him back for let him have a little run with them before he leaves.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, I definitely probably would have went with the Knicks, but Nuggets ain't a bad choice either for him. That's the one I drafted him. So, but yeah, either or, somebody need to just sign him to a one-day contract and just let him, retire the right way, because I know he's trying to still hold on, and there was talks about him joining the Lakers.
Let him do the Ichiro thing.
Yeah.
Like Ichiro did the first two games. He played the first series for the Mariners, and then he retired.
Yeah.
Let him play for a few games. Let him do a home game, and then let him retire. Hell, let him play the Knicks in a Nugget uniform, and then retire.
Yeah.
Do something like that, just to give him his credit.
Yeah, give him his credit and time to,
Because he was a great scorer. Nothing else. Just a great scorer.
Yeah, great scorer. I'm not gonna, I know Melo.
And he was arguably in one of the greatest draft classes ever in NBA history.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of those guys that was in that draft class.
Superb international player when he played for Team USA. So
God, yeah, he deserves to have a little of him being able to leave on his own terms.
Yeah, you're right. He deserves some kind of recognition. So I agree with that. All right.
I like Melo.
Yeah. Melo.
Until he got fat Melo.
He started hanging around Raymond Felton too much, man.
Well, I love Melo until he put on a Knicks uniform. That's when I loved Melo when he played for the Nuggets. They were close to going to the finals.
Yeah. With
that team. They were real close.
Yeah.
And I liked him. But then when he did all that to the Nuggets and then went to the Knicks, no thank you.
Yep, pretty much. And then it just went downhill from there. So, but I mean, he's still one hell of a player, regardless of the fact there. So he needs to get recognized somehow. All right, we'll cover the West first. Let's go with the Golden State Warriors at the Los Angeles Clippers. Golden State is 57-25. The Clippers are 48-34. Regular season series, Warriors lead 3-1. Golden State won on November 12th, 116-121. I'm sorry, Clippers won. December 23rd, Golden State, and then the next three, Golden State just won them.
Let's just get to the point. If Golden State's healthy, they kill them.
So, question from you, because I know this is DeMarcus Cousins left with that Achilles injury last year in New Orleans, and now he's been averaging 16 points and 8 rebounds. What you expect to see from him, like as far as his motivation and his approach to this series?
This is like an open tryout for the rest of the league for him.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be like, look, I'm going to be a free agent. Y'all see how healthy I am now? Let me go and dominate throughout these playoffs and let me sign a big contract when it comes time. Okay. And that's what he's going to use. That's what he's going to use the whole playoffs for. Because if Golden State's healthy, they're going to beat everybody except maybe one team.
Mm-hmm.
One team may give them fits, but these guys they're just way too good. But Cousins, he looks to be back in his form, back to the way he's capable of playing, and good for him because he's going to make a lot of money this offseason.
Oh yeah,
because he put that bet on himself, and he was like, "Look, I'm just going to go sign with Golden State and let me loose, and then when I get loose, I'm going to make a lot of money this offseason."
Exactly, and if he's willing to not be that number one player somewhere and be like a 2 or 3, which he will be, and still get paid a good amount of money, it's a really good.
Oh, he's going to get paid. Yeah, he's going to get paid.
But it's funny, ironically, he did come back against the Clippers and had that big game. So it's going to be fun to watch how his postseason run is going to go this year. What you expect from Kevin Durant and Curry?
The same as they always do. They're gonna go through the motions just to get through the series unscathed, and they're gonna do what they need to do to just like I said, they just have to stay healthy.
Yeah.
And they're going to go out there and they're going to light it up like they usually do. One guy will have one good game, the other guy will have another good game, then the other guy will have another good game, and then the other guy will have another good game, since they got 4 guys that are just going to do whatever they want.
The matchup I'm looking for is Pat Beverly and Steph Curry, because you know Pat Beverly.
Did you see?
Is
talking about Pat Beverly,
player.
did you see him talking to the guy from the Nuggets, telling him how to guard James Harden?
Oh, no, he was talking to Jay Crowder.
Yeah, he was talking to him, telling him, now when that bitch cut this way, you cut this way.
Yeah, oh yeah, he was educating him, man. That's why I saw that. Yeah, he was talking to Jay Crowder. Yeah, he giving some pointers on James Harden. That was pretty cool. So, which we already know, Pat Beverly, man, because he played with him, and 2, he's probably one of the better point guard defenders in the NBA. So,
Pat Beverly fits in with the basketball that we liked.
Mm-hmm.
He fits in to that era of the basketball guys that we like, where he's feisty, he gets in your chest, and he plays defense. He's that kind of ball player that I liked, and he plays that old style of basketball. Now you got people that fall down and act like they got shot.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch this matchup with him and Curry. See how that goes.
Yeah, because he gets in you. He makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah. He
makes you really uncomfortable.
Yeah. Talk about the job that Doc Rivers done with this team. They traded Tobias Harris, who's going to be a free agent this year. They was actually like number 3 and 4 in the West, and they still made the playoffs. Talk about
Doc is a dang good coach. He don't get the credit that he deserves. He's a dang good coach, and he did a lot with a little in LA this year. And he never got his full credit, even when he was the Boston coach, because you had the big 3
mm-hmm.
or 4 or whatever you want to call them. He had all of them up there, so he never really got his credit as a coach. But the way he's been doing it in LA, not just this year, but all the years that he's been doing it, he doesn't get near the credit he deserves.
Yeah, I definitely give him a lot of credit this year. And like I said, he always been a fantastic coach, but. When I began the year, I always thought like the Clippers roster was kind of weird. You know, they had Gallinari and they had Tobias Harris and Pat Beverly and all these pieces. I'm just trying to figure out like how they fit and how it's going to work. And I give them credit, man. They made that trade because they want to pay Tobias Harris the big money in the offseason. They leave that decision to Philly, and I thought, okay, well they're not going to make the playoffs and. By none, they made a good run and held the AC. So, good job for him in the way that he coached and make these guys believe. And sometimes it doesn't matter with talent, man. Just you play good team ball. It sometimes it takes you places, and that's definitely there was one of the fun stories to watch. So, as far as this series though, what's your prediction?
It's a sweep.
Yeah, I think it's a sweep too.
It's a sweep. They're just loaded.
They got there, and I know the Clippers looking for free agency. Who they gonna try to chase? Maybe Kawhi Leonard. It's been a rumor, but good for them to kind of get there, and it's a stepping stone. But Golden State just got, like Kevin said again, they just got too much firepower. So this will be over pretty quick, and Golden State can sit there and get their rest and wait.
And chill, yeah.
Yep, wait between the Houston and Utah matchup, who comes out of that. So, all right, next series, you got Denver versus San Antonio. This series is tied 2-2. Denver has come in at the second seed at 54 wins, 28 losses. San Antonio's 48 wins and 34 losses here. West is, like I said, West is stat. They're like 4 or 5 games within each other. You see how that close that is between the team and the West. So, what do you think about the size matchup here? You got Jokic and Plumlee, and then you got LaMarcus Aldridge on the Spurs. So this is a series that's got a lot of size in it.
Yeah, this is the girth series,
mm-hmm.
But it's girth with guys that shoot jump shots.
Yeah.
But the thing about this series is, can you ever? Denver has had a really good season, but can you ever count against the team where Popovich is coaching?
Mm-hmm.
That's the big thing when it comes to playoff time, is just that experience. and nobody has more experience than Popovich. And he somehow, some way gets his team to perform every single time. But Denver has been really, really good this year.
Yeah, Jokic is averaging 20 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists per game.
They're that quiet team. They're that quiet team this year. Even though they're a 2 seed, they're still that quiet team that's flown under the radar because they don't have that guy that pops off the screen. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They don't have that flash that everybody always wants to see in a basketball team. They just go about both of these teams the exact same way.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be like an old school style series, and Jokic is playing out of his mind. You know, he's the best passing big man in the NBA, and he's definitely making a name for himself. First time All-Star this year, and just that team itself, how it built up, it's got a lot of shooters around him, where that way he can operate in space, and so they're a fun team to watch, especially when they get up and down the court with him kind of, you know, manning the middle there. So I'm actually interested to see how this squad is going to run. You got him, then you got Plumlee coming off the bench that add that physicality to it. Paul Millsap is another guy that's very intriguing. He's been good for many years. Gary Harris is solid. So Monte Morris is actually, you know, come off the bench as a point guard and give him a lot of scoring. So this team is very interesting. Jamal Murray, who's been quiet lately, you didn't hear much from him, but you know he's expected to blow up at any time. So this is definitely a series I like with the speed that they got. LaMarcus Aldridge leading them with DeMar DeRozan, so the Aldridge is having 21 and 9. But even them, you know, they got a lot of depth that they have on their team as well. So I'm actually interested to see how this is going to work. Mike Malone has done a fantastic job with this team, but like you said, you match against, you know, one of the best coaches in the NBA and Greg Popovich. So he's good at really game planning, and it's a surprise that this is his first season that he didn't get 50 wins in a long time. So,
yep.
So yeah, I'm definitely very intrigued by this series. This is gonna be a good series. This ain't gonna be a cakewalk for Denver, and
yeah, this will be fun.
And then it's actually a good experience for him as well too. So, what do you think far as your prediction here?
No, guy, I for some reason I can never go against Popovich.
Uh-huh.
No matter how much you think his team is down or anything like that, for some reason he still knows what he's doing. But as much as I want to pick the Spurs, I think I'm going to go with Denver.
I'm going with Denver, and it's going to go 7 games.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a great series. Yeah. This will probably be the best series out of the first round.
Yeah, it'll be very fun to watch. So I'm gonna be very intrigued with that one. The next series, you got Portland, who's at 53 wins, 29 losses, against Oklahoma City, that's got 49 wins and 33 losses. This season series was a sweep to the Thunder. They beat them 4-0. And pretty much they was all close games in this series. So they was all nail biters. And it's just, yeah, so Portland's got a heck of a draw here. So
yeah, the Thunder are no joke, especially with their overrated point guard.
So I know everybody talk about season series and stuff like that. Is there any significance? Because last year Portland got swept by New Orleans as well.
No, there's no significance between. We see how much stock we see how much stock, and we see how much that the players and stuff put into the regular season. Mm-hmm. They're all, if they know they're going to be on a playoff team, they kind of lower it down sometimes and do all that stuff just so they can rest up so they can get to the playoffs. But there's no significance in that at all.
A lot of load management days off, you mean?
Exactly. Load management.
Load management.
That means you haven't had sex in a while when you have load management.
What do you think about this Westbrook and Lillard matchup?
Oh, how fun is that? How fun is that matchup?
That's gonna be really fun.
You got Leonard, who's one of the underrated players in the league, mm-hmm. And then you got a guy who people call overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, man. That man is not overrated.
Nah, he's not.
That man's rated.
Yeah. He's
rated right where he should be. You're not overrated if you average a triple-double for 3 years in a row. I don't care how much stat padding he does. You know how hard that is? You have to have people making shots to get the assist. The man had a 20-20-20